The strong overpower the weak. That's what happens every day in the natural world. Fighting for food, for territory, for a mate, the weak may pay with their lives. Cobras are too dangerous, but encountering honey badgers is an antidote. Having been provoked into madness, the honey badger pursued the cobra to the end. The honey badger climbed forward and overpowered the poisonous snake with its sharp jaws. A very complete meal for honey badgers. A bite from a Cape cobra can be fatal to the enemy. But honey badgers have enough skills and irresistance to be able to turn cobras into their meals. The honey badger is one of the few people who can take the life of a cobra. While rejoicing in victory, the wild dogs quickly attacked and tried to take revenge on the leopard in ferocity. The leopard was afraid and intimidated, surrounded by the dogs. It waited for a lack of wild dogs to make a move and jumped from the tree. The dogs were quick on their feet and chased him back up the tree. Again, he made an attempt to get away, and this time he was chased up another tree. Eventually, leopard gained enough courage to escape and made the leopard way down the tree again. This time the dogs managed to surround leopard and began tormenting and biting leopard. The leopard was lying on its back. Clearly in pain, the leopard became very submissive, and the dogs backed off as long as leopard did not move. Wild beasts need agility when outrunning cheetahs, the fastest land animals on the planet, to escape a cheetah. The cheetah are capable of running up to 65 miles per hour, but only for short distances.
The mother cheetah.
Cheetahs rely on their speed and agility. Their top speed is around 120 kilometers per hour, and they can accelerate from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 3 seconds. Moments of intense, 3 cheetahs chase wildebeest. The apricot flower boldly rushed forward to grab the boar immediately. The boar tried to escape from this vicious predator, but the leopard quickly avoided being hit by the boar's sharp fangs. Boars are ugly-looking pigs in Africa. They have a barrel-like body, a large, wide head with many humps and long, curved fangs. They are on average 60 to 80 centimeters tall and weigh about 50 kilograms. A group of lions began to come, prowling and loitering around the area where the wild buffalo herd was drinking water after a day of foraging on the steppe. Patiently and waiting, the lions waited for the lost wild buffalo. The alpha lion quickly attacked the water buffalo as soon as he had the chance. Wild buffalo was bitten by a group of ferocious lions after separating from the group. Even though he tried to fight fiercely and was supported by a fellow creature, the wild buffalo still became a meal for the lords of the steppe. The lions quickly climbed onto the wild buffalo and tried to bite brutally. Surrounded by a herd of lions, the wild buffalo used its last strength to try to escape but failed. The law of the jungle is that the strongest survive, and it applies to apex predators too. A jaguar is seen hunting a crocodile on the bank of a river. Jaguar is using its stalk and ambush strategy while approaching the crocodile. For a second, they disappear in the water, but the jaguar emerges, grabbing the crocodile by its neck. Lions are often referred to as the kings of the jungle and of course predators by nature. But of course, just like any other animal, they will need to move through difficult terrain and risk dangerous encounters. Will 4 lions make it across the river? It seems that hippos are not at all willing to welcome uninvited guests entering their territory. The coalition got separated with 2 lions on our side and the remaining 2 on the other side. They had to take a long walk around the pool and used a shallower crossing. Luckily, none of the lions were severely injured. Servals are slender wildcat and have the longest legs of any cat in relation to body size, found only in Africa. Serval was bravely taking on a puff adder, a highly aggressive and venomous species of snake found only in Africa. The serval batted the snake's head repeatedly in an attempt to subdue it. It's unclear whether or not the snake survived the encounter. One of the cheetahs slunk off into the bush, and the other sprang into action, chasing the waterbucks. Success at last, one of the cheetah's hunters managed to catch a waterbuck, and the rest of the cheetahs joined in. But crocodiles appeared. A total of 12 crocodiles intimated and went for the waterbuck kill. Before the ferocity of the crocodiles, the cheetahs run off before they are able to finish their meal. The 2 lords of the African jungle had a fierce battle on the field. They rush at each other like 2 adult lions fighting each other to determine who will prevail. They began to raise their claws, hug each other, and open their mouths wide as if they wanted to swallow the other. Living in the wilderness, where the law of the jungle is the guideline for all activities, animals are forced to try their best to win in the harsh battle for survival, where there is no room for weakness, or surrender.